When you move to Australia, you have some questions in your mind, like in the first couple of days, what I should be doing first, what I'm supposed to do. So whether you come here on a student visa or permanent resident or work visa, you may have questions like I'm say for example, if you're overseas student, you might think that where should I start first or after arriving in Australia. And for permanent resident, they might say where should I approach first after arriving in Australia. And many other questions like do I need to update Australian authority about my arrival, and so on. Now if you have these questions in your mind, then this video is for you. Please keep watching. So first of all, let me update you with regards to this one, that when you arrive to Australia, your data is automatically updated, your arrival details are automatically updated with Australian authorities once your passport is stamped at the Australian airport when you arrive here. So you don't need to worry about updating any government department regarding your arrival. So that's happening automatically. Now, there are a couple of things that whether you come here on a student visa or permanent resident, we need to do that first. So in the next couple of days, as soon as possible, you need to go via these steps. So first of all, you need to open a bank account. Now here, there are so many banks here, but we have 4 major banks in Australia. So these banks are, first bank is Commonwealth Bank of Australia, then we have ANZ, Australia and New Zealand Banking, then we got NAB, National Australia Bank, and that we have the 4th one is Westpac Bank. Now there's many other banks, they're the small banks, but these are the major 4 ones, and you will find most of the people, especially the overseas migrants, initially they open your account here in these banks. Now you can go to any of these banks, whichever is close to your home, and open your bank account. And one thing you need to notice is always ask for a account where there is no monthly fees, because here we have different account types in the banks and they charge you every month like a monthly fees. For example, $4 every month per month fee to when you have your bank account with them, or can be $8 depending on what type of account do you have, and also depends on the bank. But they do have a bank account like a basic account type, which is there's no fee, it's a fee free. So ask for it that you want a bank account which is where there's no monthly fees or any other fees. So make sure you ask for it, otherwise if you don't ask for it, you might later on get surprised that you are getting charged every month. So get the basic bank account. The only thing you won't find in the basic account is like whatever money you put in a bank account, there won't be any interest, or there will be very less interest you get for the money in the bank, in the free account that you have. But that doesn't really matter. Initially just save your money and see later on what are the best options for you. So first step is to open the bank account. Now once you open the bank account, the address that you give to the bank, you need to take your passport over there, and also the visa details and all that you have, visa grant letter basically, and you provide them your address. Okay, and this address will become the address that you give to your bank. This will become your proof. Okay, so you will prove as a Australian home address. So you will also need your home address proof for the other task that I'm going to talk in step number 2. So make sure once you open the bank account, ask them for a letter showing your details and also mentioning your address, because you will need it for when you need to buy a SIM card. So make sure you open the bank account and ask for a printout for the address proof basically. So that's step number 1. And then step number 2 is buy a SIM card. As I just said, that to buy a SIM card, now you need your ID proof. You also need address proof. Now address proof will be coming from the bank account. So that's why I put that in step number 1. So step number 2 is SIM card. If you go to SIM card first and you do not have a bank account, you again need to go to the bank first and get the address proof. So second step is to buy a SIM card. So for SIM card, you can there are different plans. So basically we have, again, there are so many companies here, but the major ones are Vodafone, Telstra and Optus. Now majority of the immigrants, you will find they have account with Vodafone. Now again, you can do some homework before you go to the shops and check their plans on their websites. Sometimes there's special going on, you will find a good price. Now all of these companies have other like a prepaid and postpaid mobile phones, and they also offer SIM card only, and they also have a SIM card plus a mobile phone. So that means you can get a SIM card and plus you can get a mobile phone as well of your choice. Can be any phone, any latest model, iPhone or Samsung, whatever is in the market. All they have almost all of the international brands of mobile phones. So you can, if you are overseas student especially, I would advise you to just keep using your existing mobile phones and just buy a SIM card for now. And for if you're an international student, if you're a permanent resident, then again, for permanent resident, if you need to buy a postpaid plan, then you need to provide them an income proof. So better to buy a prepaid plan, and then later on you can go for postpaid plan once you have a job and you can provide them an income proof. And for students, you need to provide your the offer letter from the university as a proof, and you can either go for prepaid plan or postpaid plan. Postpaid plan you will find a little bit cheaper than the prepaid plans, because there's a contract, like 12 months contract you will sign, and that's why they're a bit cheaper. So in general, if you go for a postpaid plan, maybe now or later on, like in around $40, $45, you will find a good plan that will provide you unlimited calls to 35 countries and also unlimited SMS. Not only 35 countries, also including Australia as well. So there's so many different plans. Think whatever best suits you. Also they provide you like 30 to 40 gig of data per month. So check whatever, depending on your usage, how many phones you want, how many calls you will be making overseas, stuff like that. You can use the plan accordingly. So these days you can also use the WhatsApp call, as you know, to call overseas. That's also you can use the internet data to make international calls. So check. So as I said, check their plans on the website. Even you can do this homework before you come here. While in overseas, you can check their websites, check the plans, and see which one is the cheap and best available. And then when you arrive here, then you can check which is the nearest shop in your area. So you can, on the website, you can find the nearest store according to your location, and you can go there and make a purchase, and immediately it will be, the shop people, they will immediately deactivate it for you. So that's the second step, to buy a SIM card. Then we got third step is to apply for a tax file number. Now here in Australia, to do any job, you need to provide the tax file number. Like in some other different countries, they call it, say, PAN number, stuff like that. They have a different name in every country, but here we call it tax file number. Every person here, whether they are on a student visa, whether they are a permanent resident, they have a unique tax file number. So you need to apply for it online. Here I'm mentioning the website. I will also put in the description of this video a link for the website where you need to apply for the tax file number. So you can do it online, and you can only do it while you're in Australia. It will ask you some questions, and one of the questions will be, are you in Australia or not? So you are only eligible to apply for it when you are in Australia. So TFN, this is also called TFN number, tax file number. So wherever you go for apply for a job, they will ask for the TFN number, and the salary you will get will be linked to your TFN number. So you will be obliged to pay the tax later on. I will also create a new separate video later on about the tax system here, how much tax depending on how much you earn. I'll put a separate video later on. There's another thing called ABN, which stands for Australian Business Number. You won't need in this ABN number in your initial days, unless you already know that you're going to start a business here. So you can apply ABN number later on. ABN is is required for doing a contract job or any business you want to do here. But you can do it, apply again, you can apply this one later on. And so TFN is the most important thing, you need to get it first. And the website is ato.gov.au. ATO stands for Australian Tax Office. So you can check on their website and apply for tax file number online. So it will take approximately, you will see the number of days it will take for you to receive it. So usually a couple of days, 2-3 weeks I guess. But also if you apply for it and you say it's taking 3 weeks for you to receive the tax file number via post, and say in 1 week you get a job, for example, and they're asking for the tax file number and you're still waiting for the tax file number. So in that case, what you can do, you can visit any of the ATO office close to your home. You can find their location, their offices on their website. So any office you can visit close to your home, and over there you need to book an appointment first. Go there and tell them that okay, you applied for your TFN number online and you need it immediately. So what they will do, they will provide you the TFN number over there directly. So that's helpful if you already find a job. So that's all about the tax file number. Now we'll talk about next step for you is to update your resume and also your LinkedIn profile. So make sure in your resume you have your Australian phone number and your Australian address, and same with the LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn profile probably you also need to have change your locations, etc. Then whether you are here on a student visa or permanent resident, if you have kids, then you need to also plan for the schooling. So again, can be depending on the age of the school kids, you probably looking for a childcare as well. Now here I'll put a separate video later on regarding the childcare system here, the cost and everything, and also the different types of schools here in Australia. So you'll find a new video later on soon. But in brief, you can enroll your child to the local any school close to your home. And also, like here we have in public schooling, basically we have here basically a primary school and a secondary school. So all the primary school, they start from prep up to year 6, and from year 7 up to year 12 we have a secondary school. So most of the time you will find they have different locations, different buildings, but occasionally, rarely they are on the same place as well. We have different types of school here, for example, Catholic school, public school, grammar school. Now what are the differences, what are the fees, I will talk about later on. But just to save your money, public school here are nearly free. So just enroll your child to the public school initially, and then you can decide later on what you want to do first. And also you can visit this website myschool.edu.au. even you can do this homework before you come here. You can visit this website myschool.edu.au and search for the school and their details in the area where you're gonna live here. So you open this website, enter the suburb here or the postcode in this website, and that will give you the details of all the school within that area. And also you will find some links over there which will provide the details about the school in your area. So as I said, I'll be creating a separate video in more detail about the schooling system here that will help you further. So that's all about school. Same for childcare. If you need to drop your kid to the childcare, then there are plenty of childcare here, and I'll put a separate video later on regarding the cost of the childcare and how much you can get from the government, how much you need to put out of your pocket. Again, that's only for permanent resident. And yes, one thing I want to make clear is the public schooling, as I said, is nearly free. These benefits are only for permanent residents and citizens here. If you are overseas student here or any other temporary visa, then you need to pay for the school fee, which can be very, very high. So as I said, I'll talk again in the later video. Now these are some useful websites that might be able to help you, especially for students. You can check this website, studyinaustralia.gov.au. And if you're in Melbourne, live in Melbourne.vic.gov.au. Same thing you can find for Sydney and Perth and Brisbane, other states as well. And then that's all about the useful websites. Now some specific tasks that overseas students needs to do, that I'm putting here in a separate slide. So most of the overseas student, you need to purchase, as a part of the visa processing, you need to buy the insurance before you come here. And there are two major insurance companies here. One is called Bupa, one is called Medibank, and Bupa is most popular for the overseas student. So more chances that you have got the Bupa insurance. So whatever insurance you got, you need to call them and you need to tell them your whatever number is linked to your visa or the registration number that you pay for that insurance. You need to just call them and provide your address, Australian address and phone numbers, and what they will do, they will send you a medical card. So it's like insurance card. So you need to keep that medical card all the time with you. Basically, when you visit a doctor, you need to use that card. So what happens is, you need to have that card, and the insurance company will pay the doctor fee. So if you need to go for doctor, any blood test, anything, any hospital, it will be covered by the insurance. But again, to claim all that things, you need the medical card. So make sure you call them and get your medical card. So you call them, and in couple of days by post you will get your medical card. Second thing is you need to do is to prepare to visit your university or college. So make sure you check the university map and see where you're supposed to go, which building, which area within the block. So all the details you must be received before once your visa was granted by the university. So you need to check the map of the university and make sure you know that where you need to go and approach once you arrive to your university. Also need to check the public transport. If there's someone who will be dropping you there, that's good. If not, then you need to get the public transport. So you need to also check the routes, the map for the public transport, how to get to the public transport and how to reach over there, how long it will take, etc. Again, I will put a separate video later on about the public transport system here, how to use it. You will find it in a separate video. And there's some other tasks for the permanent residents only. You need to register yourself and your family for a Medicare card. So this Medicare card is basically a medical card which is provided by the government, and you need to have it whenever you go to visit a hospital or doctor. All the fees are provided. All the doctor fees is covered by this medical card. So this is provided as a free to all the citizens and all the permanent residents to Australia. You will find all your family members' names here in this card, and you need to apply. You can apply it online on the serviceaustralia.gov.au website. You can visit, apply online, or you can also go to the local office. You can find the local office on their website. You can go there and get yourself registered, and in a couple of days you will get your Medicare card at your home. So make sure you keep it safe, your Medicare card, and make sure whenever you visit a doctor, you take your medical card along with you, and they will get your number of the medical card and they won't charge you. Again, there are different types of doctors here. Like, you need to go to the bulk billing doctor. You need to make sure bulk billing doctor, they won't charge you anything. And there's some doctors, they charge something. Bulk billing doctor do not charge anything. You will slowly get to know what are difference between. There's no difference, by the way, but some doctors are privately charging extra. So bulk billing doctor is the best for you, where you don't need to pay anything out of pocket. Yes, of course you need to pay for the medicine that you will buy from the chemist shop. So doctor fees is free using this medical card. Even you go for a blood test, anything, x-ray, use the medical card, it's free mostly. So that's your Medicare card. And also get yourself and family registered with the Centrelink. So again, to the same website, serviceaustralia.gov.au, you need to get yourself registered, and also you need to create an account with this link using the my.gov.au. So here it's like a common account for all your online Australian account linked to the different Australian department. For example, it can be your tax office, it can be your Medicare, it can be your tax child tax benefit, etc. So everything is linked to the same account, my.gov.au. So you need to create an account here, and everything will linked here online. So everything is online here basically. So you need to get yourself registered with my.gov.au and apply for the family tax benefit only if you have kids. If you have kids, you will start getting some payment for the kids. Every month you get some money depending on your yearly income here, yearly family income here. So, but only if you have kids. If you do not have any kids, then you won't get any child and family tax benefit. So all the details are provided on this website, servicesaustralia.gov.au. So you can check that. And also you might be interested to know that you can get your documents translated for free. Not many people are aware of this, but I thought better to let you know just in case if you need it. The Australian government provides free document translation service for migrants within 2 years of the visa grant date. You can get a maximum of 10 documents translated to English for free. This can be very useful later when you apply for Australian citizenship, where you need to provide the English translation of the documents such as a birth certificate. So if you have something in other than English language, so because free only for 2 years, I would say get it translated for free, because you might use it later on. So that's all about your arrival stuff that you need to make sure you do once you arrive here. Again, I thank you very much to watch this video. Please like this channel and subscribe to the channel, like this video, so that you can get update for the next videos. So thank you very much.